Welcome everybody to the build stream. Sorry, still getting my little.
What's up, y'all? How's it going?
Up. Hello, hello.
Squishy side up. Hayden, how's it going? How's it going?
Welcome in. Yeah, and Dark Hoonan, welcome.
Welcome. Let's get started. We have a pretty normal sized build stream today.
Yeah,
Two
just
builds.
a regular one, yeah. I love the PC, guys. Thank you, guys. Oh, you're very welcome, Survival Master!
Hell yeah.
I'm guessing it made it to you in one piece. Good. love that.
Nice.
Hey, man, when it leaves us, it's like UPS could just be like...
It's in God's hands.
So, always good knowing it's safe and loved. How are y'all? We're good.
We're
hey,
good.
What's up, Zed?
It's 82 degrees in this room, but we're just gonna power through it.
What's normal mean? 2. We just got 2 builds today. Is a 3050 good? It depends on budget. For certain budgets, a 3050 can be fantastic. But it is last generation Nvidia. It is kind of lower on the totem pole back there. But for a lot of games, it's perfectly adequate for whatever you're going to need. It just kind of depends on what your budget is. But it's a much better choice than like an RX 580 if someone's trying to offer that. Better than like a 1650. So in that regard, yeah. Can you use the summer codes on custom PCs or no? No, I don't believe so. You guys still cooking in there? Oh yeah. Yeah, we're still here. 3050s are still being made? Yes, actually. And they're making like a 6 gigabyte version of it too. For like a kind of worse variable. Just like, ooh, did you love the 3050? Would you like it more with 2 less gigabytes of VRAM? I bet. How is Senor Stash? Or is it Senior Stash?
I think it's Senor.
Okay.
I'm doing pretty well.
Finally gonna test out an automated mod list for Skyrim. Want to see if this old 3700X3080 can handle 1500 mods. Yeah. I mean, I think that'll be pretty capable. That's a good combo right there. Had no issue there were automated mods, thank God, because I'm super lazy. Man, no AC for you guys harsh. Luckily in this building there is, but yeah, in other parts of the buildings there is not. Catch me in the IT zone, though, with the air conditioning.
Oh, now you like it over there?
Yeah, because it's the perfect amount of air conditioning. Because, like, actually, it's not that great. Like, it's good, don't get me wrong. But, like, yeah, if you start, like, moving around there, yeah, you'll start sweating still. So it's perfect for me. Do you prefer an AMD GPU or Nvidia GPU? Hello, I'm from Indonesia. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Nice to meet you too. Shout out to Indonesia. I've been using AMD like Radeon cards recently, and I'll probably end up sticking to that just because they tend to be a bit cheaper for the VRAM that you get. But Nvidia, like if someone was like, here, pick one, and like I wasn't paying for it, I'd go to Nvidia. That's kind of how I distinguish the two. Hey, what's up, Yuri Shibuya? How you doing?
What up?
So I gotta say, the box was damaged just a bit, but the PC itself looks clean. Okay, nice. That's the important part.
Yeah.
How's y'all's Wednesday going? Almost a weekend. Boy.
Weekend.
I know, right? Well, the Wednesday's going fine. I like that we're a little bit closer to the weekend.
Yeah.
This week. That's like
4-day week.
Yeah, that's one of the best things about a 3-day weekend is the 4-day work week. If only it went on to like a week of none work after that, then that would be like
That'd be amazing.
Totally, yeah. Be happy. It's a great PC. Got it on Black Friday deal from you guys. Just finished paying it off too. Nice.
Nice.
I was thinking about AMD for my next GPU just because the extra VRAM. Yeah, I mean it's always a good option for that. Obviously, like you don't get certain bells and whistles that you get with Nvidia, so you know. Weigh those options, but I'm not really all about the bells and whistles, so.
I feel bad.
What's up? Why do you feel bad?
I forgot to do that stuff.
It's fine. No, I had plenty of time.
I had a cookie.
Thank you.
Bro, what happened to the AC?
It's not on.
Bro.
I thought I turned it on.
Yeah, like the thermostat is acting like you know, everything's all good, but it's
But,
not.
no.
Yes, I am aware.
It's lovely. It's like I'm on vacation. No.
Where'd you get a fortune cookie?
Handy gave it to me.
Whoa. What was the fortune?
That's a great question. I started eating.
Oh my god.
Your troubles will cease and good fortune will smile upon you.
Aw.
That's good. I really need that.
I could use that right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
Do you think you could get up top there and like check the unit?
Yeah, ladder.
Thanks, bro. You know what? I love our PA. He really goes above and beyond for us.
HVAC was under your job titles, right?
That's what they said. Fucking guys.
What'd y'all do for Labor Day?
Nothing.
Yeah, I visited my dad. What did I do? Oh my gosh. Got some yard work done, then went, oh, it's hot. Oh, never mind. Got lazy, played some video games. Went and saw some birds. Did a little bird watching early in the morning. That was really fun.
Take a pic of the thermostat. Dang, why are you hogging the good chat from me?
What do you mean?
Why is it all the way on that side? Give me.
You know what? That's a good question. It's usually the other way. But yeah, no, I saw some killdeers in my neighborhood. I got like a flock of 20 horned larks, which are kind of rare in our area. Nobody else has seen the horned lark in my city. Or like logged it on the eBird thing. I'm getting really into birding. That's my new thing. Birding and camping. Going camping to bird. In a Subaru. Yeah, it all works. Went to the beach. Nice. Was the beach like totally crowded? That's like the main reason I just like stayed away from the beach on Labor Day. Or any like holiday or weekend or the summer. Because there's too many people. Going to the beach in winter though, actually such a vibe. Or going to the beach at night, like 8 o'clock at night, like, yeah. That's the way, that's how you do it. Every time Nvidia talks about performance, I have to wonder if it's the DLSS frame gen or without, and if they cut down the VRAM or memory bus while raising the price. Yeah. I'd have to look at it myself too, just to see. My PC specs. i7 8700, mobile ASRock, H310 CM, okay. 16 gigs of DDR4, 2400 megahertz, RX 580. Ooh, okay, yeah. Solomon 700 watt. For me, that I love the i7 because more core and more threads than i3. I use it for gaming besides GPU, yeah. Well, I know in like other parts of the world too, it can be like, computer parts are even more expensive. So yeah, I was like, that's honestly probably not too bad for what you're rocking. We're really spoiled here in the U.S. We get computer parts for really cheap, comparatively. And because of that, we're kind of spoiled on specs. We are, like, for real. We're like, oh my god,
only on specs?
It only has an i5, like, 13600K, yeah. It's fantastic. I want to go take it. Oh, yeah, sorry. I build Subarus. Do you?
Nice.
Wow. Do you mod them? I was like, that's the thing I need to do now.
Are you gonna?
Eventually.
Oh yeah.
Probably not like right now. I'm not gonna lie. But like yeah, down the line, yeah, I want to make that thing look stupid. Like, oh man, here it comes, bro. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Lift it like another inch and just like, you know.
Hell yeah.
I go to the beach in the off season. That's the time, man. Hey, what's up, Rutu?
Yo.
I go around October. Ooh, that and like I like going in the off season, and I like going really early in the morning. And like maybe that's just because I wake up early in the morning, but being at the beach at like 6 a.m. on like a cool day, oh my gosh, it's like magical. All the pigeons are looking at you like, what are you even doing here? No, it really wasn't. Actually, there was like barely anybody. Really? Not at the beach. Saw a video by a guy who goes by Quiet Nerd. He built an off-road e-bike with a full gaming desk PC attached to it. He took it camping in the woods. That's funny. Got my 5700X3D today. Nice. Did you install it and everything? Or like waiting on that? Resident Evil in the forest. Oh man, that would actually be really creepy. I don't know. Sometimes though, when I go to like the woods or I go camping, I like want to be scared. Is that weird? Like just for a bit. Like not an actual threat, but like yeah, let me feel like I'm seeing faces in the woods for a while.
What the?
Yeah, just to get that like ooh spooky, and then like, but I can still go to sleep afterwards and not like, not worry at all. Just me? Okay.
Yeah, definitely just you.
You don't like getting scared
No,
sometimes?
what the hell?
What? You like scary movies.
Yeah, they're movies. I don't want to see that, like, in real life.
You don't want to, like, flirt with the unknown a little bit and just be like...
White people crazy.
Oh, yeah. Well, hello, Dark.
What up?
If I have much money, I want to upgrade my GPU between RX 5500 XT gigabytes or maybe RTX 2060. Oh yeah, 2060 Super would be a really nice upgrade. Otherwise, I feel like the 5500 XT probably wouldn't be too much different from the RX 580. What up? Just built my rig a month ago, 7800 X3D and RX 7900 XTX Sapphire Nitro. Nice, good combo. That's like a really solid machine. I don't think there's anything that thing can't do. Oh, hold on. I work in the factory here in the U.S. Oh, the one in, Indiana? Or are there other ones? I just know that the Indiana is where they assemble the Outback. And I know just because there's a sticker on my car that says in Indiana.
Nice.
Lining up to the customer, oh, well, fair, yeah. Finally talked a friend into buying a PC from you guys. Oh, thank you!
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Yeah. We'll do them right. All the pigeons think of you as new food source. I guess. They're like way too comfy because it's like cold in the morning, so they're all like poofy on like the pier and they're just like...
Poofy.
And like you can get pretty close to them, like I'm not moving, man, like I am cozy. I live 2 minutes from the beach and never go. That is a true, like,
Dang.
I live by the beach thing. Now here's the thing, man, I lived like 15 minutes from the beach almost my entire life. And, you know, I went to, you know, a few times when I was a kid, you know, birthday parties, stuff like that. Boring. But especially once I became a teenager, it was like, I hate the beach. I don't want to go to the beach. You become so jaded to it. And it's like, now I realize I was like, oh, that was stupid of me. One day I was going to want to go to the beach, and I'm going to be far from it. But you don't have that, like, you know, when you see it all the time, it's just the beach, you know?
I thought you were
So
going to say you don't have that frontal lobe.
No. No, it really is just like, because even if you're an adult, I think, and you live by the beach, you get jaded to it. You're like, yeah, you know, it's just the beach. It's there. Sand sucks, and it does. Anakin Skywalker was right. But like, yeah, I don't know. When you leave the beach though, then you're like, oh, it'd be so nice to go to the beach, and it's weird. I never thought I'd be that person, but here I am. Yeah, it's installed nice. Guess what? So, you know, I've been talking about doing military stuff. So while I was at the beach, I went to this army store and got 2 MREs, camo pants, like what they wear in a tan shirt. Oh, yeah. $5 sticker on my car. They had a lot of cool stuff. Nice. Yeah, those are cool. They have some of those in, the military beach town that we've got over here. Well, not over here. It's like an hour away, but yeah. Posted my Skytech desk and shared PC on Twitter or X, LOL. Oh, sick. Okay, I'll check it out. Also, you can guess my birthday party theme for this year. Is it military? Hawaii's wasted on me. Some tourists ask me what kind of stuff is good to do around here, and I told them I don't go outside. So relatable, though. I used to be like, there's nothing to do in this town. Oh my gosh, I wish I was anywhere but here. And then other people would like kill to have lived where I did. But yeah, I feel you on that one. It's something that people who only lived near the ocean for so long can understand. Indiana's the only factory in the U.S. where complete start to finish. Oh, cool, okay. GPU around $200. How about Intel A750? Yeah, honestly, fantastic deal. If you're looking at the $200, $250, $300 range, you gotta look at the Intels. Genuinely good options. I want that Fractal North case so badly. Oh, for real, that was a good one. What can I get for $5? Good morning, Chili Con Juan. How are you? It's her first PC, and after I talked her into it, she kept bugging me about my link. Got you. Yeah, I'm having a military-themed birthday party this year. That's cool. I feel like Honolulu is maybe like the mainland, but 10 years ago around here. What?
Caught it. Ooh, that was
It caught up. I guess the Girl Scouts are doing a fall sale currently. Oh man, are they? Are they out there with the cookies? Man.
Damn, in this heat. That sucks for them.
Well, depends on, are they doing booth sales or are they just like, you know, getting little orders on the sheets? Talk about prices of RAM comparison. First in Indonesia, RAM DDR5 is still expensive, except DDR4 and DDR3 are cheap. What about in your country? So interestingly, DDR5 was really expensive kind of when it first came out, and for I would say about a year after it came out. Now it's almost equaled out to be about the same price as DDR4, which is really good. But yeah, at first it was really expensive. Thermal paste that I use is exactly Thermal Grizzly because it's my best option for my CPU anytime from market that I buy it. Yeah, Thermal Grizzly is fantastic. That's really good stuff. And trust me, when the hotter chips come into play for you, you're going to really want that Thermal Grizzly. It's going to be very important. Found these custom party invites and envelopes, which were so cute. Oh, awesome. PC building speedrun. I don't know if anyone would really appreciate us speedrunning their PC build,
Yeah.
but I still think it'd be a fun idea. You're bored over there, Hawaii is not going to do anything for you unless you like hiking, surfing, maybe barbecue. I do love barbecue. I did go to Maui once, and I do recall loving the food, because it was like, oh, what, barbecue ribs, and it comes with a side of white rice and macaroni salad? Like, say less. Like, just, no. I could eat that every day, but I wouldn't want to. Because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't live very long if I did. But yeah, the food was fantastic. Again, like, surfing, yeah, cool, but from California, from a big surf town, so wasn't appealing. And also, like, your waves were different, and I was like,
What do you mean different?
So, it's just different. They hit different. And I felt like the tides were stronger, and I was like, oh. But yeah, like, if you're from a place where you can't surf, or, like, get to the beach, yeah, I'm sure Hawaii is, like, such a beautiful paradise. And it was really beautiful, don't get me wrong. Like, definitely much more foresty, and, like, the sea turtles popping out of the water was, like, beautiful. Whereas, like, here in California, it's like, there's the ocean, and here's some scrub, you know, just like shrubbery, and it's the desert. Have to help sell stuff. They're doing peanuts and chocolate. What? Really? That's interesting. Oh, we never did that when I was a Girl Scout, but they probably just need more money. Because that's what you do. You gotta do the cookie sales, and you get, like, money for the troop, and then you use that to do all your little, you know, going places. Me and a couple people are getting welcome to the dark side thing going for her, LOL. She was strictly console before. Oh, nice, okay. Yeah, this will be an interesting upgrade. I don't know, man, especially, like, something about having the battle station. It's really nice. Like, consoles are great, they're affordable, they're a really easy way to just kind of plug and play. But, like, you can't decorate your console, you know what I mean? Like, you can't accessorize, you can't have, like, your cool little action figures and junk and your RGB lights. It's just, it's a different vibe. Cookies are in January? Okay. It's 60 high, 70s here in the northeast U.S. Such great weather. Oh, so jealous. It's rare that I'm jealous of the East, but like of their weather. But yeah, y'all are winning right now. We are entering a heat wave, and it is not good. It's gonna be 108 tomorrow. And then my hometown, close to the beach, is in like the high 90s, which never used to get that hot. And they've got like 99% humidity right now, which is wild. We never get humidity there, but there's just like humidity coming up from Mexico basically, and it's creating a really bad time. I would really like 68 degrees year round. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely? I want all the good seafood in Hawaii. Yeah. And Mai Tais. Hawaii waves much faster and taller. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's weird that people come here and want to know why we don't have good Mexican food. Like, hello? I want to go to LA and wonder why you don't have our local food. So true. Do I got great Asian food? It do, yeah. If anything, I do wonder how Taco Bell survives in places where you can very easily get really good Mexican food. The answer to that is, you're always gonna. Taco Bell is for when you're drunk.
Yeah, Taco Bell is its own thing.
Yeah, you don't crave Taco Bell when you're craving Mexican food.
Yeah.
You're craving Taco Bell when you're craving Taco Bell. You upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11, but the systems require request to enable Secure Boot, and I need some suggestions to upgrade it. So how to enable Secure Boot? Secure Boot. I don't know why I said that way. Secure Boot is accessible in the BIOS, but your system, like your hardware, might be too old for Windows 11 at this time. If that's the case, because I would check and see if it accepts your processor. That one might be a little too old. It might not be though. Because if that's the case, then you're just going to have to stick with Windows 10 for now, which isn't the end of the world. I actually still use 10 at home. I use Windows 11 at work. I live in both worlds. Windows 10 is still totally fine.
Which one do you like more?
Windows 10. But I'm someone who noodles a lot, and Windows 11 really likes to get in the way of my noodling, and I'm like, please don't. I know what I'm doing. Let me access PowerShell scripts. Like, jeez. Now I have to go in and turn on a setting and make sure I approve all of this stuff and put it in developer mode, and then I can open up a PowerShell. Like, yeah. I have to specify I'm going to run everything as administrator. It's very annoying.
Mm.
What's a good GPU for i5 12400F? 4060 Ti. Yeah, I'd probably say 4060 Ti, if you can swing it. When Pedro and his brother closed their restaurant and moved back to LA, I was very sad. Oh, yeah, there's nothing like good Mexican food, I'll tell you that. I'll let y'all know when we do the cookie sales. Heck yeah. Humidity is ew. I have to agree. After spending time in it here, I'm like, oh no. I was okay with it in the Midwest. Because, like, you know, we got fireflies with it and cicada, and it was like, okay, this you deal with this. But, like, having humidity near the ocean, gross. Like, genuinely gross. I can't use my excuse of not having cash on me anymore. Girl Scouts take card now. Shit. Oh, yeah, for real. I need to go to my sister's house and steal back the dehumidifier, yeah. I just can't believe it. Every time I've gone down to visit, like, my dad, it's been super humid down there. So it's been happening for, like, months now, and I'm just like, what the heck? But now I'm like, man, I totally scored. Because I would have spent so much more money to try and, like, buy in my hometown. It's way more expensive because the weather's good. Not anymore. I go home to my place, it's a little hotter, but it's dry. And because of that, it feels a lot nicer. And I'm like, yeah. And it was cheap out here. Who's smart now? Me.
Oh my.
Yeah. Although when the monsoonal weather comes our way, I'm gonna be like, no. Apparently it was a big hit since people don't have access to a Girl Scout, so they did very well with online sales. Interesting.
Oh.
Thank you. Sober Mexicans don't crave Taco Bell. Fair. Like, it's something that you very specifically want at certain times.
Yeah.
To scratch a very niche itch. But yeah, otherwise, like, hit up the algorithms.
Sometimes you want that sour cream. What?
The Taco Supreme is just a taco with sour cream. And then it's like, what does that make Doctor Strange if he's the Sorcerer Supreme?
Oh my god.
Exactly. For some reason when I try to custom build on the website, the 7800X3D is not there. Oh, interesting. We might be out of it currently, which might be why it's like not available on there. Or the motherboard you've selected is an Intel one, so it's not showing you any of the AMD chips. So if you're not seeing any AMD chips, try changing the motherboard to like a B650 or an X670E. An X670. Oy oy.
You saw that door close, right?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh man, faces coming out of the woods. Isn't it exciting one? Aren't you ever just like, I just want to be haunted like a little?
No!
Okay, just me. I don't know. You ever have that feeling like, man, nothing's really going on? I like.
Definitely
It'd
not
be
that.
kind of cool to have a story right now about like, yo, something I ran into in the woods that I can't explain. Just me? Okay.
Yes.
In Indonesia, if I buy non-RGB based gaming PC, it's still expensive than RGB based gaming PC as a budget calculations. But what about in your country? Yeah, at this point you can kind of get, for about the same prices. There's obviously cheaper non-RGB, non-gaming PCs that you can get for a lot cheaper, but they don't come with like a graphics card, like dedicated graphics. They're just using integrated graphics on the chip. And those ones you can get for pretty cheap, $300, $400. Same with laptops. So that's where the like kind of cheaper comes in. Where the RGB starts is some systems that use like older hardware, and those can sell for about $500, $600, but they're not necessarily like good. To get like good RGB gaming PCs, you kind of start at the $800 and go up from there. But yeah, that's kind of how it is here. I see AMD chips. Okay, then we're probably just out of the 7800X 3D. Try selecting a different cooler though too. That also might be why. We'll likely get more back in, but I know they've been really popular, so we've been selling them like crazy. I'm sticking with Win 10 as long as possible. Yeah, I do like Windows 10, I won't lie. Windows 11 isn't bad though. Once I've used it for a while, it's alright. It's just, from an IT perspective, it annoys me. I found a family-owned Mexican restaurant when I was visiting family in Las Vegas. They had some kind of pork mole dish that was super good. They would only reveal that they put Coca-Cola in the mole. Rest was secret. Interesting. What? Hello, everyone. Hello, Firefight. How are you?
Yo.
Find a house with good insulation and new AC. That's what I did. Well, and here's the wild thing, too. Is like, where I grew up, again, last night I checked 99% humidity. Gross. It's going to be in the 90s this week. Where I grew up, in the house I grew up in, it did not have an AC in it at all. No air conditioning, no nothing. Because in that area, you didn't really need one. You could open the windows, get a nice breeze. It was never really humid. But now that they got this monsoonal weather coming up here, it's like, oh no. There's going to be a lot of people in that town who have no air conditioning, and I don't know what's going to happen. Very, very interesting. Yeah, and like, my air conditioning's running at my house right now to keep it at a certain temperature.
You better go catch it.
But because it's a heat wave, my solar is like, yo, like it's overproducing and like sending it to the grid.
Hell yeah, you making
I know,
money.
I'm getting free AC
Money moves,
basically,
baby.
yeah. And I'm just like, this is like stupid. Like how
What?
It's stupid that like, oh yeah, you got the newest thing, it genuinely is good. Like, wait, what? Isn't it like old things better? But I'm like, oh wait, there's no drafts? And the solar pays for the air conditioning? And also there's air conditioning? Like, what? It's unfair.
Unfair?
Yeah, 'cause my childhood house is like $1 million now.
That's unfair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I was like, it doesn't make any sense. I lasted almost 4 years in this house without AC. Finally cracked. Grandma said I'm a wuss. Yes, I am. It's fair. We all reached that limit. I wonder how long I can keep this 3080 before I need to upgrade. Need, not want. Probably a while. 3080s are still really good. I'm on AM4 though, so there's only so far I can go with the CPU. True. Need to upgrade bad. I'm still running a 1070 LOL. Ooh, yeah. Time to upgrade. After a day food shopping, I get back home, switch the computer on, and there is the best looking PC builders on the planet with plenty of tech. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're always here for you. In case there's nothing better on TV. I got ghost stories. I once was gifted an Acer PC with Windows.
Windows?
That's funny. I'm using a 5800 X3D and 6600 XT. The 6600 XT is getting tired, lol. Yeah, I'm still using my 6750 XT, and it's working pretty well. I won't lie. It's still a good card, but 6600 XT, I could see that getting a little beat up in 1440. My son has been wanting to play PC games with wifey and but he's only got a Switch. Well, there's some games now that have like crossplay. I think Fortnite can crossplay
I think so.
with PC and Switch. Also, trying to think. A lot of the like esports titles that they've moved over to Switch, you can do that. I'm pretty sure Overwatch also. I almost said Overwatch 2, but it's like literally what it's called. Dehumidifier works too. Wow, you have solar? Yeah. Well, it's because I bought a new house, because ironically it was cheaper than any of the other houses, which is weird to me. And all new houses in California need to be built with solar. So it was just there. And I pay, because I guess I lease it, like $70 a month, and then it kind of obviously takes care of a fair portion of my electricity. But yeah. Honestly, solar's pretty based, I won't lie. Like, when it's hot, I produce a ton of electricity. It's cool. Strange random question. Do you guys water cool your builds partially because it handles shipping better than a big air tower handling off the board would? Not necessarily. Honestly, if we can air cool something, we will. But sometimes we do sell things that probably could be air cooled with like a Dark Rock Pro 4 or something. For the aesthetic or the fact that people want the AIO more. But in my experience, the air coolers aren't really like more prone to getting like knocked around in transit. If anything, RAM is the most likely to get just slightly knocked out of place so that your PC won't post, and then you gotta call customer service. That is like the most annoying thing. Fortunately, we're gonna be doing some videos soon for customers that are like, hey, are you having this error? Try these things, and like we walk them through everything. So we can like, you know, help some of those things. Other things too can be like, usually like a cable coming loose or something. Usually RGB. That's why we like super glue it to the motherboard. People hate that, but that thing is like just loose. It doesn't like click in any way. So if we didn't do that, those ones fall out. But they still daisy chain in the back, and we tape them. But sometimes that can even come loose. Those are like the most likely things. Okay, 3060, I still love you. 3060s are still good. 5800 X3D still up there with 9700X in gaming. For real. 7700 XT is pretty good for its price. I agree. Fortnite crossplay, but it's 30 FPS on the Switch. By the time you see the bullets, you're dead. True. Hey man, you can have all the FPS in the world though, but if you can't aim, it ain't gonna help you. But seeing is the hardest thing, yeah, because on there I'm like, what? The graphics suck. I broke my Skytech PC as soon as I got it. Error code and following instructions fixed it. It took a bit, but it worked. Hey, there you go. Hey. Does it matter if your game and OS is on the same drive? Should I separate it? It shouldn't matter. A lot of PCs only have one drive. For me, that changed my new thermal paste about 6 months later if it's getting dry on my CPU, but I cleaned the dust on PC case about a month later. Yeah, that works. I have an RGB cable on the board that keeps coming off on its own. It's super loose, yeah.
Hot glue it?
Yeah, like, that is kind of the pro tip, I'm not gonna lie. It's either, like, hot glue it or never touch the PC, like, physically. It's so annoying. Which kind of sucks when we get, like, flack for that. People are like, oh, God, I can't believe you did that. And it's like, dude, how else are we supposed to keep it on the board, especially in transit? It's like, I don't know how... PWM doesn't even, like, click into place, but it stays really well. Other things click into place. Just, like, make a little click for it. Time to spend an hour in AIM lab, get sweaty before going into game. Heck yeah. I somehow managed to corrupt the boot process. Oh. Honestly, not too hard to do. If anything kind of happens while it's booting, it'll just be like, oh, and I just ate a bunch of files, and now they're corrupted, and now I just keep blue screening, keep restarting, keep trying to boot to Windows and not doing it. Do people really glue them? I will do that then, thank you. Yeah. We use, like, hot glue, obviously, yeah. Don't, like, Elmer's glue stick it, but yeah. Yeah, a little hot glue gun on it won't hurt a thing. And the hot glue gun's kind of nice, too, because it comes off pretty easily, just kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't go crazy with it. If I don't clean the dust sometimes, my PC become black screen. And what about your experience about PC maintenance? I was like, dust honestly doesn't seem to be that big of a contributor. It can definitely, like, make temps a bit higher. Also just looks ugly. So it's nice to clean it. But yeah, if you're getting a black screen because of dust, makes me think that, like, your temps are probably just, like, really high. Or, like, you know, your system runs pretty hot. Probably because of the chassis more than anything, or the fans. And that little bit more extra dust is just making the airflow even worse and just getting into that choke point. What do you think of the 7800X3D and the 4070 Ti Super Combo? Oh, fantastic. That's, like, yeah, probably my #1 recommended AMD build right there. For, like, any gamer. My dream for gaming laptops is the day when we get 1080p 60 frames per second on integrated graphics high settings. It has to happen at some point. Oh, it will. I guarantee you. Moore's Law. It'll just probably happen at a time where we've decided that 60 frames per second is the slowest thing on Earth. Because we're spoiled. Black screen sounds like loose cable or power instability. Yeah. Yeah, because, like, black screen is kind of a weird issue. Because I'm thinking like a no post. Yeah, something could be loose. Could be a lot of different things. Because usually if it was a heating issue, it would turn on and then turn itself off to protect it. But they would do that pretty immediately. Hey, what's up? It's Zombie. It's TZ Zombie. I'm having a hard time. What's up? On a laptop, I think 1080p looks fine. Yeah, I agree. Oh, I was playing World of Warcraft with my fiance, and I was on my Asus, and then we had a MacBook, like MacBook Air with the M1 chip, and I was like, wait, what the shit? Why does it look so good on there? But, like, could I live without that? Absolutely. But I was like, no fair, it looks so gorgeous. And it was WoW Classic, so it was like a game from 2004. I don't know why I was like, wow, beautiful graphics, never before seen. Currently I sit about 2 feet from a 43-inch monitor. Oh wow, yeah. This PC came with ASRock Polychrome software for the RGB. Is there something else that can be used in place of that? I would check out Signal RGB. Should be a free download. They have some paid things in that, like, app, but you do not have to pay for any of that to use it. And you should be able to go in there and change every individual LED, which is really nice. It can be a little bit confusing to go through, but as long as you follow the setup process, it should work totally fine. Wifey's Acer Predator Helios with the 6GB 1060 is still kicking. She can play Black Myth Wukong on low at least. I think it's almost 7 years old. Nice!
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about like, that's not good, or that's outdated, but a lot of older hardware still really kicks. That's why I like roll my eyes whenever something comes out and people are like, oh, the 4060 sucks, and it's like, go home. Like, get off the internet, go touch some grass. But, you know, when you compare it to, like, all the new, cool, high-end stuff that you see, and sometimes even work with, it can be really easy to be like, oh, this is so lame. But it's fantastic to others. We focus on prices of Intel. Firstly, i9 is the most expensive, then i7. That I'm able to buy it, and i5 is pretty cheap, and the cheapest is i3. So what about in your country? Yeah, that's usually how they do it. But if you're looking like between generations, sometimes the i5 is a better pick than the older i9 even, you know? So, kind of depends on that. So like, what is it, like an i9, what is it, 9900X? 9900K? Probably not as good a pick as a 13600K, which is an i5. Well, I'm getting my first PC next year, and I'm currently finalizing the specs I want. And my wish is that I wake up one day, go to your website, and see the 7900X3D and 4070 Ti Super Combo and a King 95. Oh, heck yeah, I'm sure we will. I know that we sold something. We sold that combo for a while. So yeah, I'm sure we'll do that one again, because those are both very popular components, and that's a really popular case. What GPU would you recommend for about a $1,200 to $1,300 PC build? That's a good question. Probably 4060 Ti is what you're looking at, or a 7800 XT. I would go with 7800 XT over that, but I'm not sure if you get it for that price. Wifey said she wants to build a monster overpowered PC with shitloads of RGB and then play Stardew Valley on it just to watch me cringe. A lot of people do that. It's actually just hilarious to me. Because it does make people go like, wait, what? It's like, heck man, it's your PC, you can do whatever you want on it. Hey, what's up, Seneca?
Yo.
Just built my first PC the other night, but I did nothing in BIOS and didn't even update it. Am I screwed? And where's a good place to begin reading up on that? No, I was like, you're definitely not screwed. As long as your PC's running totally fine, you got nothing to worry about. Did nothing in BIOS, didn't even update it. Yeah, like, you're totally fine. You don't actually even need to update your BIOS. If you run into some interesting issues, blue screening, or issues with ports or anything like that, a BIOS update can definitely help. If you are using a CPU that needs a BIOS update to be recognized in the board, then you need that. Like, yeah, a BIOS update is necessary, but you technically don't need to update your BIOS. I kind of recommend it because it does tend to make performance better and just make things run a bit smoother, but you can also do that at any time. The only thing that you might want to, like, change in your BIOS settings is enabling XMP, or depending on what kind of PC it is, like, sometimes it's DOCP is what it's called, or Expo. That'll, like, clock your RAM up to what its rated speed is, but definitely do that, and then if you run into any blue screens after that, take Expo off or XMP off and see if that improves it. Instability can be caused by running your RAM at a higher frequency. Faster the RAM, the faster it gets to an error, basically. For the most part, especially with like most recent BIOS updates, even DDR5 at fairly high speeds is stable. About 6400 is the highest I've seen reliably. But yeah, going faster than that can definitely cause issues. Hi, hey, what's up, Soul Sniper? How's your day? Pretty good. And yours? In Indonesia, that we use until at least 4th gen Intel process as well, and the newest processor. Exactly, use 12th gen Intel. Alder Lake is for now. Interesting. Okay, yeah. And all the way to 4th gen. I mean, there's still a lot of those kicking over here, too. I'm currently playing Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion when other better looking games are available. Hey man, sometimes you gotta go back to the old, like, the games that slapped and they're still good. Oh, you guys look up the Baby North PC case. Do it. Will do. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Somebody put a Raspberry Pi in this? That's adorable. It's a Raspberry Pi. It's so tiny. Okay, that is really cute. Also, I didn't realize that the music wasn't playing, so the music's gonna start playing now. It's not like we just suddenly got inspired, you know, when the montage is beginning. Sometimes you just want a game that is good and has nice art style. Yeah. Sometimes you just really like a game, and it's always fun to go back to it. Those are the games that really, like, rock, are the ones that you can go back to again and be like, oh, heck yeah. Still having fun. I don't know why, but I always go back to Skyrim. It feels like going home. Skyrim's good, man. I won't lie. I've never beaten it, actually. I always get distracted. And my last playthrough ended when I married Ayala the Hunter, and I was like, oh, I suddenly don't want to play anymore. Was this literally my whole goal? Yeah. You really know that you're a simp when you just become a werewolf for someone. It's my first time playing Oblivion, except for a few hours, like 6 years ago. Hey! Oblivion is the one, like, even more so than Skyrim. People who've played, like, all the Elder Scrolls talk about Oblivion like it is the epitome of games. Yeah. It's so cute. I love the North case, but that tiny one is amazing. Yeah. I love a small build of anything. So cute. Can I use DLSS on a 1080p monitor? Yeah. I'm bored, so hers. Some useless information. I'm eating pancakes right now. Oh, okay, yeah. Dude, okay, I went through a week where I was obsessed with pancakes. Like, I just had a craving for them for a full week. And there's a place near here that sells, like, you know, burgers, fries, and all that, but also breakfast. And they made really... No, dude. Farmer Boys.
Oh!
Yeah, and I would get, like, the hot cakes platter, and it was, like, oh, man, it was everything. Like I said, last time she played Skyrim, she adopted a kid, and he came home with a giant rat and lost all his clothes. Exactly. That's so frickin' Skyrim. My favorite Skyrim story is the first, like, actual playthrough I did where I wasn't just distracted and breaking into houses and killing people, because that was my first exposure to an open world game, and I was like, what can I do? So I just did the craziest things. So this is my next playthrough. I was like, okay, I actually have to, like, go and do quests. I was doing pretty well. I made it to, Whiterun, I think is that, like, first big city you go to. And I walk into, like, the room with all of the important characters, and all of them turn to me and try to kill me. So I guess somewhere along the line, I had killed someone who was important to some people, and all of these very important characters came at me to kill me, and I killed them.
Damn.
I somehow was standing. I died several times, but I had kept, like, respawning here, right? And then, like, just, like, going through it again, and here they come all at me, and so I finally killed them. And I was like, okay, cool. And I just ruined the game, because everyone who was important was dead, basically. Yeah. But, you know what it was? It was because I got into a fight with somebody in, like, a bar in Whiterun, and then killed him, took his, like, armor, was wearing the armor, so I think they realized, like,
oh.
Hey, yeah. It was a whole thing. I got a question to ask. I ask a lot of people that build PCs. What's the weirdest PC that y'all ever built? Like, something that chooses specs that you wouldn't think someone would choose. Just asking. Got some pretty crazy responses. Let me think. Craziest PC. I mean, there was at one time we had the ITX case, not the ITX motherboard in the giant prism case.
Yeah, that happens from time to time.
That was really weird. I don't know, but I really, really want to make like a PC that is just jeans themed. The Gene C, if you will, yeah. And one day I'll make that. Otherwise, I would say like the craziest builds we made. Some of our like really highly custom builds that we've done at Skytech, like the Avatar build, that's pretty crazy. The Diablo chess, pretty crazy, yeah. I just want a full wood grain PC case without window, but still good airflow.
It's almost the same type in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's coming for us. The heat. Yeah, a full wood grain would be cool. We really seem to like the fake wood grain on PCs right now, and I'm like, somebody's got to just make furniture that is also a PC. But yeah, I do think that it would get hot. That's the only problem. Also, wood flexes when it gets hot, so I wonder what that would do to, like, the chassis. I saw one build where someone took an old Kenner Millennium Falcon and used it as the case, full LED. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Because between 13th gen and 14th gen, especially Intel, are still expensive exactly on market, except oldest gen Intel that I see. Yeah, I would say it's about the same here. Do you know about first gen Intel, like i7-860? No, that's way before my time. I mean, I know of it, but I don't have any like hands-on experience. Ooh, here we go.
Alright folks, this build is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Exciting.
Take it away.
Alright, this PC is done. Just gonna go and get Windows put on it, all the drivers that you need, so out of the box is ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, you're good to go. We are also going to stress test this, make sure these components work, and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, the Weakling. And thank you for ordering with us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were just Weakling, not the Weakling. You're not a Weakling. You're Weakling. Very nice. Alright, let's set up our next build. I get the Spider-Man games on PC. I'm asking for when I do get a PC next year. The Spider-Man ones are Sony, so... Oh, they're available on Steam, right?
One of them isn't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Steam's probably the way to go through it. Steam's like a really good way to just get most video games for PC. I love your custom building on your website, as you don't overcharge for components. And just give a small fee because you had to make it. Yeah. Yeah, we try and keep it, like, again, affordable, and obviously, like, competitive. We just don't want you going to a competitor who might offer you better, so we're going to offer you the absolute best we can. For example, LGA 1156 first gen, LGA 1155 second and third gen, LGA 1150 fourth gen, and LGA 1151 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th gen. Especially for Intel chips like Mobo. Yeah, I haven't really worked with anything, like, in my personal experience, below, like, 8th gen. But I'm still fairly new into the world of IT. I'm just a couple of years into my career here. But yeah, I'm sure I'll definitely get my hands on some legacy gear if I were to go to other jobs in the future. Some people just build a wood frame and put all the components in / on it, no enclosure. Like a test bench but made of wood. That's interesting. Yeah, especially if you had some kind of open area, all that. It would be really nice just to see some, like, woodwork or, like, make something cool. Oh my gosh, what's up, Nvidia? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a lovely stream. I hope y'all were having a good time. We're here with another one of our lovely build streams. We're on our second build of 2, just getting started. So yeah, if you like PCs, feel free to stick around. We're featuring a lovely 4070 on this build. Yeah. Welcome in, welcome in. Was good. We were playing Star Wars Outlaws. Oh yeah, does it look good? I've seen like trailers for it and all that, but I have to check it out. See if it's worth it. Not that it's not worth it, but I'm currently fighting the urge to reinstall WoW because of the new expansion pack, which is monies. And my entire life is going to be dedicated to Dragon Age when it comes out, so I gotta juggle the things, but that's cool. That's cool. Game looks good. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely not giving away a 4090, but yeah, that would be cool though. But yeah, welcome in. We're just having a little fun here. These lovely RAM sticks, yeah. Ooh. Love to hear that crunch. Not the crunch, but you know, the click click. Oh yeah. Well, I hope everyone's having a lovely Wednesday. We're having a good time here in hot California. And yeah, just having an absolute good time. I hope everyone got some good gaming done over the 3-day weekend. I know I did. I got several hours into Sims, and then I had a glitch, and all of my progress went away for that game session. So then I jumped over to Overwatch. Because I was like, well, I'm not going to redo all that I did in The Sims. All the games I want to play are way more fun with mods, but I'm too lazy. I feel that. Well, also, if you download too many, like, mods, you can also get ones that are, like, game-breaking, and then you're like, okay, which one of you is breaking my game? And then you have to go through and just delete them all and do it all again. Ask me how I know. I'm not the modder, but my fiance is. And, yeah. Many a mod do crash a game. But yeah, there are definitely some good ones. Especially for, like, Crusader Kings. I'm a big Crusader Kings fan. There are some mods that are just, like, very good to have. Essential, I would say, if you want to play in certain ways. I want to play Starfield since they finally got Land Rovers. Hey, yeah, I'd like to revisit that one. I have Game Pass, so I had it through that, and I should go back to it. Something with Pal World. I should really check in on Pal World again. I was really digging that game. And then just stopped playing. Not because it was, like, boring, but I just, you know, was really enjoying it, and then I just never opened it again. Does Starfield have creatures to capture, like space Pokemon? I don't believe so. Although I could honestly be wrong. I really didn't get that far into it. Well, it was actually because, like, on launch, it was having some errors, ironically, with the Radeon graphics cards. And, yeah, it fixed that, but at the time I was like, what's going on? Rip Concord. Dude, okay, here's the thing about Concord. I was actually interested in it. I was going to buy it. I was going to play it. I did it because everyone was talking about how, like, there's only, like, it was, like, 700 some odd people playing right now. And I was like, oh, shoot, it's a dead game. Like, no point in buying a dead game. So I feel like a lot of people saw that, like, oh, initially it's not looking good. It didn't have huge sales. So then anybody else who was like, yeah, I think I'll pick that up was like, oh, no, never mind. But yeah, wild that they had to take it back and put it, like, they had to literally put it back in the oven. Yeah. But yeah, otherwise I was, like, kind of stoked for that. I was like, oh, yeah, I like hero shooters. This looks kind of fun. Returning to the old Overwatch kind of formula of, you buy game once, and there's optional cosmetics in it you can pay for, but otherwise, like, you're going to be getting all of the, content. Cool. And actual story updates? Awesome. But it just didn't happen. Yeah, it's nice that they're giving people refunds. Because, I mean, especially selling a live service game that doesn't have a audience is just really, tough, because, like, who are you going to play with? It works if you're, like, an indie developer, and you're like, hey, we're just trying to get this game out here, nobody really knows about it, and we're building up to it. But, like, this was a big developer. I remember in Final Fantasy XIV first launch, it was trash, but still nowhere near as bad as Concord's numbers, yeah. Whew, bad launch. I also kind of wonder, though, if it was, like, the time that it launched. Not that they were really... Well, I don't know, a lot of people are playing Black Myth Wukong. And then, like, the, you know, vacation time coming up. Like, I could see a lot of people just putting it on the back burner. It'll be interesting to see what Marvel Rivals, does when it drops. Because, like, I kind of wonder if the hero shooter is just, like, kind of dying out. People are tired of it. But, I mean, you can't really say people are tired of live service games when some of the most popular games are live service. It's annoying. You haven't got the collector's edition for Final Fantasy XIV? Nice. Oh shoot, you know what? I gotta check out when is that Age of Mythology remake? Cause I was like, that was the only game I ever bought the collector's edition for. Mainly because I didn't know what it was. But I had this like CD with all the music on it, and I did actually listen to it. Oh my god, it's already out? Oh my gosh, I should have been playing this weekend. I could have been streaming this. Unless it's like a out soon thing. Oh, it literally released today. Oh my gosh, psychic. In my heart, I knew that Age of Mythology was back. I kind of don't like, though, that it's the full version with the Titans, because I actually kind of like playing without the expansion pack. Without the Atlanteans, I'm not gonna lie. And the Titans just kind of seem like all of your other units don't matter as much. But we'll see. I'm sure they have a game mode that's like that. What's the premium upgrade versus the... Okay, well, you know what? I'll look at that later. Live service shooters are in an oversaturated market for a limited number of players. That's the truth right there, yeah. Is your more popular case the King 95? It just recently bought a PC from you all and still waiting for it to come in tomorrow. But I got the O11 Vision case, and I can tell they're very similar cases, but I feel like the glass is more rounded on the edge. I'm guessing it has extra fan slot on there, more room. I just wanted to ask, what was the difference between the King 95 and the O11 Vision case? So the King 95 is a little bit inspired by the case that this is kind of a modification on. So the O11 Dynamic is one of those, we call them fishbowl kind of cases. The King 95 also takes a lot after the height. Is it the Y7? Whatever the like main one is over there?
Yeah.
That kind of case. So it's kind of like a mix of the O11 and that. So yeah, the King 95 is rounded on the edge. It's kind of looks a lot more like a fishbowl. Whereas like the O11 Vision is a lot like the O11 Dynamic, but it doesn't have the fans on the top of the case, and instead has glass up there for more visibility. So the King 95 doesn't have any glass on the top, just mesh. So this one you're going to have more fields of vision for it. But the King 95 is going to have a bit better airflow because of those extra fans on top. Although we do our best to make sure that this has as good of airflow as we can possibly give it. And in doing so, it makes it pretty workable. Which is good, because I don't pass cases that have bad airflow. It's my number one, like, nope. What do you think about Ivory Bridge and Sandy Bridge, like between i7-37 and 2600? Oof. Yeah, honestly, I don't really think about them too much, because, like, over here at least, they're pretty obsolete. Not obsolete, like, they're in a lot of PCs, but they're not really something I would recommend to somebody here, buying-wise, because the price point wouldn't really be worth it. When you could pay a little bit more and get something, you know, a bit more modern. Oh my gosh, now I'm so excited to play Age of Mythology. You guys don't understand, this was like... I used to be really obsessed when I was in the 6th grade and you start, like, learning about, like, mythology and junk. and the Greeks and the Egyptians. I was like very obsessed. This was just a huge special interest of mine. And I found this game. It was my first RTS, and I solely found it because I loved mythology. And then I became a big RTS player. Oh man. This was my Roman Empire, except that Rome is not in this. Yes. Wow. I also, like, was kind of stupid. Like, RTS is real-time strategy. The whole thing's about strategy. But I would also, like, lay out my cities and be like, and the houses are going to be over here. And, like, ooh, and it's going to be up against this little mountainside. Like, this is where I'm settling. It was, like, so stupid. Like, it was an RTS, but I was playing it like a city builder. And also I had, like, soldiers. Oh, good times. Have you finished StarCraft 2? No, I didn't, actually. I was stoked for StarCraft 2 for the longest frickin' time. And it was actually funny, because I used to play StarCraft 1 with my boyfriend at the time, and his friends. And so we were all talking about, like, oh man, StarCraft 2 is coming out soon, this is gonna be so exciting. And then I broke up with my boyfriend, and StarCraft 2 came out, and I did not play StarCraft 2, and I did not talk to him ever again. And I feel like those two things are related somehow. But I only recently started playing StarCraft 2, and I only got a couple of missions into the campaign before I just got distracted by something else. But yeah. I love StarCraft, but I've actually never played all of StarCraft 2. Probably one of my favorite RTSs, though, besides, like, OG StarCraft and Age of Mythology. Age of Mythology is my favorite, probably, but besides those two was Rise of Nations. Something about them adding in the little, like... Because, again, I play my RTSs like I'm also playing a city builder, because I'm stupid. The aesthetic, it's important. I have to think about how their lives are in these areas, you know? But, I loved how you could, like, add another town, and it would give it, like, if you were, like, playing as the Americans, you would just, like, make another settlement, and it would be, like, Houston. Or, like, Nashville, and you're like, oh, like, look at me, I'm making my little... And then it gives you, like, a fake border, kind of, like, around your land, but you can see it visually, and you can see the other peoples and whatnot. So it was one of those things where I was, like, always trying to, like, move, and I could be like, this is my land, this is the... Anything where I can let my brain, like, have fun with imagining things. Games that are like, here's most of it, and then I can just be a stupid, you know, little dork in my head and be like, and the people, and they're here on the plains. This is where my next town is. This one specializes in agriculture. Like, there needs to be a better, like, molding between RTSs and city builders now. I'm, like, very convinced. Real-time city builder strategy. Get it when Blizzard does their 50% off sales? I should. Red Alert? No. I've actually never played Red Alert. I've had that one recommended to me a lot. Command and Conquer? No. All Rise of Nations. Isn't that Frostpunk? I think so. Let me see. Because it sounds super familiar. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the music, like, just occurred to me. I'm like, oh.
What do you mean?
There's music happening.
Oh.
Your troubles will cease and good fortune will smile upon you. It better. I ate that whole cookie. That means it has to come true. When I was a kid, I didn't really like fortune cookies, but I wanted the fortune, so we used to just like open a bunch of them and get the fortunes, and then just leave a bunch of broken cookies.
Wow, that's bad luck.
I know. That's how it be sometimes, though. Sometimes you just want the fortune and not the cookie. But today I wanted the cookie more than anything. Oh, this case looks so good, especially with the white cabling. Thank you, ChiliCon1. That's reminding me how much I want to play that Legend of Zelda game. With Zelda. I think that'll be interesting. Man, where do I get the time for these games? First it was like, man, when am I going to get money for all these games? Now it's like, where's the time? Too busy making that money. I'm missing out on my family. No. I'm missing out on the true spirit of Christmas. Guess I get it on pre-order. I usually don't stream or play new games. I think that one's gonna be like very much in the style of an older game, though. Whenever they do those more cartoony like Legend of Zelda games and Link, it's kind of like a throwback to those old NES ones. In some regard. Awakening. Yeah, it was very cute how it was like just kind of a huge throwback. I loved it. Even though that game was the bane of my existence as a child. I had a very hard time playing it when I had limited motor skills. Them work. They need to fix Majora Mask. Dude, I would love to play, like... I mean, honestly, if they could just, like, do a reissue of, like, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, I would be over the moon. But I never actually beat Majora's Mask. I always got to the end, and I could beat, like, that first round kind of boss thing, I think. And then, like, you got to the fight with the mask or whatever, and I could never beat it. Yeah, the time limit is so stressful. And, like, always having to go back. But it was such a creepy game, like, and it was kind of cool to just be like, hey, we're reusing a ton of assets from the previous game, but this one's just going to be kind of creepy for no reason. I always think of that, the mask that you can get from the dancer, and then Link does the, like, dance. It was very fun. Also, the dog racing. I used to spend a lot of time just dog racing in that game. Which, again, is stupid, because there's a time limit. Just like in Ocarina of Time, I spent way too much time fishing. Yeah, later found out you need all the masks to make your boss fight easy. Yeah. Yeah, that was a hard game. I would love to know how it ends, but alas. Especially when you go through all the crap of having to be like a little Deku shrub who then like dies anytime you fall in water. Very annoying. And then if you're afraid of video game water, like myself, the Zora level, or where you just have to swim out into the ocean, it's creepy. Although being able to swim as a Zora was really cool. I used to just go to the little beach there and be like, wachoo, wachoo. I was easily entertained by old video games. They didn't have to be open world. I just made them that way. Speaking of hard game, I liked the Sega Genesis version of Beavis and Butthead. I hated myself because I ran into a money glitch. Like a money glitch as in like it gave you like hella money or like none money. Cause I've had a game too where I got like 9999999 money in it, and it did kind of ruin the game for me because I could buy anything. It must be how rich people feel in real life. Basically, if you don't do certain parts in order, you're game over because you need a certain amount of money to enter the drive-in. Oh no! Dude, that sucks. There are so many games like that, though, like older games, where they had that kind of built-in mechanic where it's like, oh, you didn't do this thing? Oops. Same thing with, what was it? Chain of Memories on, like, freaking Game Boy Advance. My sister accidentally sold one of the cards that you needed to get somewhere later, and she just couldn't go any further in the game. So we never beat that game, because it's like, well, you're gonna go back all the way through the game to get to, like, the third to last level again? Time to buy countries, exactly. I was short by 20 cents, and I was one ticket away from beating the game. Dang. That is rough. Chain of Memories, I wanted my life back, for real. That game was hard. Well, also just a lot. Well, one time I ran into a money glitch. I ran into this glitch in Fable, and it's not the glitch that was just in Fable if you knew about it, how you could sell somebody. You could buy something from one of the vendors, and then because of the scarcity, it would be more expensive, so then you just sold it back. And then you buy it, because they got a ton of it, and then you sell it back. But I didn't know you could do that. But in original Fable, I somehow glitched into like 999999999 gold, and I was really evil because that was one of those first games that you could be evil. So I was like, oh heck yeah! So I used to just like hide in bushes and like snipe and behead people, just for fun. The things I do when I'm like given a game where it's like you can do anything. For some reason, the first thing I want to do is like, let's see how far I can take this. So you know, he was evil and he had like horns and this like, you know, blood when he walks and all that. Despite this, I had gotten married to a barmaid named Boo. All the other, like, you know, girls of the town were like, oh no, he's hideous and he kills people. But Boo the barmaid didn't care. We were married. We were in love. It was great. I got this 9999999 gold glitch, right? So I went over to this well that you could throw money into. So I just threw a huge chunk of that money into the well. It made me, from being entirely bad to entirely good. I suddenly had beautiful blonde hair, and I got the best, like, weapon, the best armor, and everything. It was just giving me stuff, basically, for just throwing a stupid amount of money into it. So I walked back into town, right, and I'm now this, like, absolute paragon of good. Everybody in the town is coming up to me and just fawning over me. The girls, the guys, everybody wants a piece of me, and they're just like, oh, but nope. I went home to Boo, because Boo loved me first. And that's my Fable 1 story. Oh, what a great game. I can't wait for the new Fable. I'm stoked. So funny. Imagine, though, just, like, killing a bunch of people and then throwing a bunch of money into a well and then being like, and now, actually, you're the greatest person on Earth. And it's like...
I wonder if that's how rich people feel like.
I guess, yeah. Best glitch I ever had was Final Fantasy 3 on SNS. Yeah, Super Nintendo. Somehow I got 60 Illumina, best sword in the game. Nice! I need to Fallout 3 Evil Run when I blew up Megaton. I almost said Megatron. I was shocked that nerdy shopkeeper was still alive. I sold the children of the lamp kids. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Games that let you just do crazy stuff is it's so fun. New Vegas, it's a lot harder to be evil. I can't do it, yeah. Ooh, games that make it hard for you to be evil are, like, so much worse, too. Like, Fable didn't really have a lot of, like, disincentivizing you being evil. Like, yeah, people hated you and they reacted badly to you in town, but, like, nothing really bad happened to you. And it didn't really make you feel bad for being bad. Red Dead Redemption, though, is like, oh, you're gonna do a bad run? Well, you're gonna feel like a total dick. Oof. Things where you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. Some of the Renegade choices, too, in Mass Effect, you're like, okay, I guess. Spend the whole game just yelling at all your friends, and you're like, ugh. I'm only bad when I see Juanito. Fair. Fallout 4, they kind of took that away, yeah. Instead of bringing Juanito a fish taco, you put refried beans in his fish taco. Ew. Beans in a fish taco, no. What belongs in a fish taco is fish. And some cabbage sometimes, lettuce. Some kind of sauce that is probably mayonnaise based that's called like chipotle sauce or something. And then salsa, preferably green. Beans and fish doesn't sound bad, honestly. Maybe it's just because I don't like beans, but yeah, I could say. Add chorizo in it. Yeah, you can add chorizo to anything, man. Sometimes when I'm feeling cheap, I just buy soy rizo and, like, just use that as a meat and things. It's not really a meat, but you know, it works. It gets the job done. Dude, I didn't tell you, but my Friday Wingstop,
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
kind of disappointing.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like, the new flavor was fine, don't get me wrong, but, like, I had a lot of, like, the wings where it's, like, the meat is that weird kind of texture that you're like, yeah. And, like, just kind of wasn't good. And I was like, you know what? It hasn't really been good for a bit now.
Damn.
And I was like, man, I might have to change up my Fridays. Might have to not do Wingstop.
That sucks.
Oh, yeah, Heritage Racer, not Rage Racer.
What?
Your shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rage race. Maybe it's just a Wingstop in your area.
It definitely could be. And also, it would probably completely remedy itself if I just ate classic wings, but the boneless wing deal is so good. It's so cheap, one. For so much food.
Yeah. No, I like my chicken nuggets.
Someone's got food poisoning from boneless wings. Oh no. That's when I stopped getting boneless. Yeah. It might just be time for me to be like, you know what, if I really want wings, I gotta get bone in. Exactly. What have you been eating lately, Juan?
Nothing interesting. Oh, I tried a Mediterranean restaurant at Victoria Gardens. That was pretty good.
Ooh.
I think it's like something kebab.
Mm.
It was good.
That does sound good. Isn't the Mediterranean diet supposed to be like one of the healthiest?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think they live really like long over there because the food's good.
Oh.
It's healthy.
It reminds me a lot of Mexican food.
Mm. It's hard to mess up traditional when it comes to cooking it. Yeah, I mean, basically just fry them. Don't help get cooked. Yeah, and it, like, what is it? The meat texture is always going to be pretty consistent because it's like, it's the meat that's on that part of the chicken. I keep getting these boneless ones that have like a weirdly extra chewy kind of texture to it, like almost like when you're chewing through like fat in like a bird. I don't know, it's the whole thing.
It bugs me when it's like the hard breading piece. When it's just like only breading.
Yeah. Yes, Mexicans get diabetes because of our food. Oh, rip.
Rip. Or high blood pressure.
That's okay, we're all eating Mexican food now, so it's only a matter of time. We're coming over too, yeah. Ooh.
That deadly combo of American food plus Mexican food is gonna
For
make
real.
something new.
I know. We really had to be like, okay, this burrito's good, but what if you put fries in it?
Did you ask the ramen if it wanted to be in birria?
Oh man, that is so good too. I've been getting that a lot recently, and yeah. Oh man, I eat that up.
Yeah, birria is good.
You got the grizzle style wings? What are the grizzle style wings?
Oh, is that like the bits?
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what it feels like. Yeah, it's like, what is this bottom tier meat? Like, where did you get this? Like from the dog that was next to you while you were like killing the chicken? Like where? What is this meat? And they always end up doing it in like my favorite flavor. So I'm like, yeah, my favorite flavor. Oh. It's funny how most Southerners that fear the idea of raw meat love to eat the one meat, chicken, that should never be eaten raw. Yeah, cooking chicken is always like very nerve-wracking. Because you're like, oh, I really don't want to undercook it. So you always overcook it and then it kind of sucks. So it's like finding that balance of being like, no, it's okay. You can, it's done. You can take it out now and fight the urge of, but what if it isn't? I'm on high cholesterol, blood pressure, diabetes meds. I'm sure if I was to go to the doctor, they would probably tell me the same. I'd be like,
yeah, I just don't want to know.
yeah. I don't know. Last time most of my stuff was good, but my glucose was high. But they test my A1C because I was really skinny, and so they're like, oh, your glucose is really high, and I was like, oh no. And my sugar eating has only gotten worse in recent times. Oh no.
Damn.
Yeah. I was good for a while, and then I fell off the wagon. Off the sugar wagon. Extra chewy. Yeah. Both my parents have diabetes. Oof. Gotta really watch it then. Genetics. Yeah, it's something I'm generally, like, worried about, but also seem to do nothing about improving my diet for.
No, that's for later.
Yeah.
First.
You know what? I would do it if the store would start stocking some good broccoli. I'm telling you, man, I've been to the store the last couple of times, like for months now, and I go over to the broccoli, I look at the crowns, and I look at the full broccoli, you know, because sometimes you need the full broccoli, the crowns are a little less, like, good, and I'm looking at it, and it's not good.
No.
If I could just get some, like, good broccoli, I'd be eating like a little cow, you know? Like a healthy one, like in a field, not like, yeah. I gotta get my garden going. That's gonna be like my key. The full broccoli, yeah. That's like legit what I call it. I didn't even realize.
I wasn't sure if that was it.
Yeah. It's not by any means the proper term for it, but that's how I reference it. I see a doctor every 3 months, and I get told, lay off the Mexican food. Hey, I saw a taco cup. Oh, for real. Yeah, it's been about 2 years now since I've had blood work, and I know I need to go get it again, and I'm just like, woo.
I'll go when I'm 40.
No.
Why not?
Because you gotta make sure you're okay.
Eh.
That's okay. I like it, might borrow it, go for it, it's yours. Taco Cabana bag in your trash can. Just gotta... No, I was like, no, I can't even think of anything really healthy to eat from, like, a good Mexican food place, because, like, well, you got, like, a fish taco. Fish is good, it's fried.
Oh.
The tortilla is fried.
Right.
Oh, okay. Mm.
That's nice.
Yeah. Salsa's like a salad, but you eat it with tortilla chips, which are fried.
Right. There's wheat tortillas? The big old one?
For like a week, I was like, you know how like weekly we eat nachos because it's super easy to make just in the middle of the week. I was like, okay, we're gonna do a little better now. We're gonna do taco salad. It's the same thing as nachos, but we're just gonna put it over some lettuce and call it healthy. Yeah, that was a week, and then we just went back to like getting those restaurant style chips, you know, the ones that are like really really fried. Like we're not talking even like Mission. This is like the legit, like it lived in oil all of its life to make it to my mouth. Yeah. What's up, sellout? That sounds like such.
What's up? How's it going?
That sounds like such an insult. Like, what's up, sellout? Y'all my favorite PC brand and my idols. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Glad to hear.
So what's the situation with the AC?
Oh, is it not working? I thought Kyle was gonna fix it.
You weren't working on it for the past several hours?
Yeah, bro, I thought you were on the roof, like, taking a look at the unit.
Oh, I did. Wake up, though.
Bro said, yeah, it's broken.
What the fuck do you mean it's broken?
Yeah!
Okay, well, I feel like you need to read that comment. Don't get dyed, go see a doctor. 2000s calorie salad, yeah, basically.
Don't get tight, go see it.
I mean, you really can't blame it, man. Fried stuff is the best. Like, I mean, fried chicken also.
Yes.
Even me, like, my go-to thing to make, like, if I'm cooking for someone, and I'm like, okay, like, this is gonna be my, like, I made it from scratch, and it's so good and it's impressive. It's eggplant parmesan. And yeah, I gotta fry those little eggplant cutlets. It's not healthy. I'm like, oh, it's vegetables. It's all just vegetables over some noodles. It's fried. It's deeply fried. And then covered in cheese, like.
They should make, like, healthy frying oil.
I mean, it's called an air fryer, but I ain't got the time. You know, like, it's so much easier for me to just be like, shh.
I don't know if the air fryers are that healthy. I feel like they're gonna discover, like, a new type of asbestos in that motherfucker.
I mean, mine's just really dirty because all the oil ends up popping up on, like to the fan, and I can't get into the fan blades. It's a whole thing. Joseph got a good build. I agree. That's a really good build.
The AC is on.
I hear it.
It's not. If it's off, it's uncomfortably hot, actually. So.
It's like it's not kicking for some
But it's
reason.
not like cold.
That's
Yeah.
true,
But
yeah.
it's like.
This is like perfect. If I was a lizard in a
Lukewarm.
terrarium, I'd be happy. Have y'all ever heard of a Thermaltake PC? No,
No.
I have not heard of them. Sus.
Sounds like it's missing a letter.
Oh, Thermaltake? If it's Thermaltake, then yes. I was like, who's Thermaltake?
It's missing the T.
Yeah,
It's missing
yeah.
the line.
Yes, I have heard of Thermaltake. They make good stuff. Churros, oof. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my HOA threw this like concert in the park, which is as cringe as it sounds. But like I went. Yeah, I totally went because it was like a '90s cover band, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And like I pay for this, so I'm going. And they just had like a churro stand. You can go get as many churros as you wanted. And I was like, hell yeah, man. And like hand dipped ice creams.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was one of those things where it's like, man, I really just came here to eat and then like sit in the grass and listen to some music. Air are such an amazing alternative though. They are, and I've actually made... I really liked cooking... It was like super cheap, so I used to make this meal. I would get these tilapia, like, fillets that were like individually like sealed, which was good for me. Because I needed them to be individually sealed because I wasn't going to eat them all. So I'd make one for me and one for my fiance. Slather it in some butter. Do a little olive oil drizzle over it too, just, ooh, heck yeah. Salt and pepper that bad boy. Put it up on the top there and have it, like, air fry so it got crispy. That was fantastic in the air fryer. Good for me? No. Good? Yes. And then I would make the, like, Zatarans, that yellow rice they had, as a side. And then green beans, just cooked in a ton of butter with some Montreal steak seasoning at the end. I called it butter beans. Fantastic. Bad for you. Fantastic. So much butter. Play on PS4. How much is that build? I'm broke. I play on PS4. I don't actually know the price on this build. I won't lie. But you can head on over to our website, skytechgaming.com. We have a custom builder on there. You can build this exact same PC, see how much it would be. Or be like, oh, that's too much, maybe I'll change this, that, or the other. Or be like, actually, I got more than that. Let me see what I can, change. That can give you kind of a good idea on price.
How do you spell fillet?
F-I-L-E-T.
Fish fillet.
Filet mignon. Yeah.
I knew someone whose last name was Zatarang.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they the heir to the Zatarans dynasty?
I don't know, but their house was pretty nice.
Well,
He didn't like me at some point.
Oh, okay. Well, I was like, let them know they make great rice.
I don't know if they had anything to do with the rice.
Thermaltake sounds like a Timu knockoff of the OG. Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, I can easily see that being like a knockoff. But yeah, I think it was just Thermaltake. I just want some good southern cooking now. Yeah. I got 3 pounds of green beans from the garden today. 3 pounds? My gosh. Grow some green beans? I gotta now. I gotta. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to get my garden up and running before this winter. So, although I guess I could try to think of, like, can you grow anything over winter? So I'll probably just hit the ground running in spring, get the raised beds, like, nice and set up, and then just wait for spring. And, like, up and at 'em.
Probably grow stuff in California winter.
It gets to freezing, though, where I live now.
Oh, does it?
Very rarely, but yeah.
Oh.
That's the only thing. That's why my citrus is in a pot, so I can bring it inside. But it's good also because I have the cherries and the blueberries, and those need chill hours. So it works out. Speaking of fryers, how about we turn on that Star Wars arcade box? It's a little nippy in there, yeah. Oh. Honestly, if you had asked me, like, what arcade game would you want in here, hands down, it would have been X-Men vs. Street Fighter. That was my arcade game. Love that game. Drive with 14 dialies in my name. Oh yeah, that's definitely outside the realm of PC buying. But you know, save up. You're in Southern Cali, just get some row cover for winter. I guess I could, yeah. Also, I guess I could probably put up some kind of little makeshift greenhouse kind of thingy over it and grow something. What I need is broccoli, so now I'm like, man, I should grow broccoli. I was gonna grow eggplant, zucchini, especially, cucumbers, because I wanted to do pickles. Also, just I like cucumbers. Can I have a PC? I'm sure you get that every day. We do, unfortunately, and no. X-Men vs. Street Fighter was one of my first video games ever, yeah. I actually had it on PlayStation. It was the Next Door Neighbor's copy, and, yeah. Loved that one. I liked it because when I think about Marvel and I think about Capcom, those are the two properties I care the most about. X-Men and Street Fighter. So it was perfect. I was like, cool, nobody else is here. Pretty sure Miss Pac-Man was my first. Cucumbers and green beans, super easy. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know. I didn't have the best of luck with my fruit this summer, but I think I learned that the stuff in pots needs to be watered far more frequently. And I'll probably get a drip system on it eventually, but yeah. What are y'all streaming on? Twitch and YouTube. Those are basically our two stops now. Yeah, pots need to be watered. Yeah, I learned that the hard way when we hit our first, like, big heat wave. My fig tree lost a lot of its leaves, but I still got 5 little figs on the tree. So, if those ones can make it all the way to harvest, I'll be happy. How do y'all feel about build Redux? No thoughts, head empty? Need to redo my garden, take out all the sun chokes. Oh yeah. Those have a lot of fiber though. Can I have a job? I don't think we're hiring right now. The Thai teeny beanie squirrel? What is that? No, it's not Thai. It's well, it's made in China, and its filling is polyester fiber. It's from the Barrington collection of Kennesaw, Georgia. I don't actually know where it came from.
Yeah, me either.
It showed up when we were doing a Bob Ross bit, and then, yeah. After that, who knows? The rest is history. Kennesaw, yeah. This sellout, but on Twitch. Hey, welcome. This is the cool side of the pillow. Nah, just the more talkative and a lot more regulars over here, so we're all friendly. Which is why we get on so many odd topics, because we all just know everybody's hobbies. No, wait, it was one city away from me. Hey, you should go over there and ask for another squirrel. Must be one of Fabian's kids' toys. Who knows?
No, Kyle brought this one. But I don't know where he got it.
Yeah, I wonder where Kyle got it from. I've been asking for a squirrel. Yeah, you have been. I'm sorry, Chicken One. What in the hell? Oh, it's handy, okay. I was like, did it just get colder inside, visually? Like a cloud just moved over the lighting?
Guys, I fixed it. You just gotta turn the lights on, and it looks cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he figured it out, yeah.
Let me tell my body that.
Just tell your body it's cooler.
Yeah. Let's stop crying.
What do you mean it's 104 out? What? What?
Somehow I was more comfortable in the warehouse.
Yeah, it's so funny, because, like, I was so worried. I was like, it's getting colder, or what if I don't get the grass down in time? And then this heat wave came, and I was like, oh no, it's too hot. Now I can't get the grass down, and... Oy. I don't foresee you gonna thermal throttle, for real. Luckily, though, it's only Fahrenheit. The squirrel's name is Cooper, apparently. Really? Oh, you have a name. Cooper. Full name, Thermal Cooper. I don't know, Cooler Cooper. He's a custom coop squirrel. Oh, Copper, okay. They have a Cooper and a Copper? Wow.
Have you met my non-binary friend, Copper?
Copper. Dude, how come I watched the, like, Fox and the Hound again recently for some reason? Because I just was like, you know, I feel like crying. And, yeah, I forgot that the dog's name was Copper, and I was like, that is actually such a sick name for a dog. And, yeah, for a while I was thinking of the name Copper. Not for Lamb Chop, because, like, I can't really think of a poodle that could really rock the name Copper. But when I was thinking of getting a Sheltie instead, it was like, yeah, that'd be a cool name. Hey, hello. Is Cooper a pooper? Unless you yeah. Also, I was walking the dog this weekend, and someone's like, wow, he looks just like a little lamb. And I was like, you're never gonna guess this. It's his name. Yeah, I guess they do say that. I guess that's like our equivalent of just being like cops.
Yeah.
And the Canadian equivalent is Mounties. Yawn +1, yeah, for real. Iterate it. They got some cute plushies. Go get sponsored, guys. LOL. For real, like, we've been featuring the squirrel on this stream. We should just call them and be like, you owe us $60.
60. Yeah, aim a little higher than that.
I'm just starting realistically. Because they're going to be like, what? No, that's stupid. And then time goes on, and we do more, and we go, okay, well, we did a few more streams, so now you actually owe us, like, $70. Pay up. Hey, here we go.
Alright, folks. This PC is now done. It is finished.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love how the fans are just like, woo! They're really going crazy.
Yeah.
You will be able to sync all these up with RGB software on the computer, so don't worry. They're not going to be doing two different dances for a while. But yeah. Alright, this PC is done. You're just going to go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers that you need, so that all you have to do is set up your profile, download your game launchers, and you're good to go. We're also going to stress test this, make sure the components work, and work under load. And when it has passed all of that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, Joseph, and thank you for ordering with us.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes. Thank you for flying Delta Airlines. Does this build come with blood feature one?
With what?
Hey man, when I used to work QC on the production line, sometimes I'd have to like reseat those Intel stock coolers, and those things had the sharpest little fan blades. And you know, I'd be like, yeah, no, I can do this without having to turn the fan off. Draw blood all the time, man. Oof.
Yeah, this is just removable. You kind of want it for shipping, but once you get it, you can do whatever you want with it.
I have RGB signal with Fortnite, flashes red when I die. Oh, you gotta love that, yeah. You should do voiceovers for ads. You have the voice for that. I mean, I wanted to do some voiceover work, but then I recorded myself and realized that my S's are sharp, and I was like, I'll never be able to unhear it. I'll never have a career. So, until I can figure out how to have not whistly S's, I have to just keep working at a PC company. I just have to keep being in our ads, because it works here for some reason. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Alright, folks, well, that was our final build. Can you believe that? It's probably a good thing that we did those 7 builds on Friday, so we only had the 2 today, and
Yeah.
presumably we'll have some on Friday. But if we don't, yeah. I think it probably will. It seems like, yeah, we're getting a lot more orders on the custom builder, because we had a lot of new stuff. Very cool. Wow, so fast, for real. We'll get the attention with them sharp S's, yeah. Also, one's laugh would do great in a laugh track. I agree, yeah.
In the last track.
Mm-hmm. Alright, folks, thank you for joining us. We will see you again on Friday. If not, we'll see you on Wednesday. Have a wonderful rest of your lazy, I just finished Labor Day weekend week. And, yeah, we'll see ya soon. Bye-bye!
Bye.